Problem sensitivity. That is the phrase printed on 8 different New York civil service notices, and if you have gone looking for what it means, you have found reading lessons written for school exams. This is what it means on these ones. You get a standard and a set of entries, and one of them departs from it. The skill being tested is not judgment about what should be done. It is noticing that something is off, and being able to say which requirement it breaks. In the next few minutes, the technique, step by step, and then the 4 ways people lose points on it. First, read the standard first and hold it as a checklist. Do not start with the entries. Read the numbered standard and keep it in front of you as a list of things to test against. Entries read on their own all look plausible. Entries read against a checklist do not. Second, test each entry against every requirement. Take one entry at a time and walk it down the standard. Most entries will be busy, several activities recorded, and busy is not the same as wrong. You are looking for an activity that a numbered requirement forbids or a required step that is missing. Third, name the requirement, not just the entry. Once you find the entry, say which numbered standard it fails. That is what turns an uneasy feeling into something a supervisor can act on. And the second question in these sets asks you for exactly that. Fourth, do not look for the odd-shaped one. The wrong entry is not the longest, the shortest, or the one with the unusual wording. Every entry is written in the same form on purpose. If you find yourself picking by shape rather than by content, go back to the checklist. Now the other half, and it is the half most people skip. These are the 4 ways this ability is actually lost. Not by not knowing, but by answering the question next to the one on the page. First, picking the entry with the most activity rather than the one that breaks a rule. Second, spotting the problem but naming the wrong requirement. Third, missing a requirement about timing, reporting within a stated number of minutes. Fourth, assuming an entry is fine because nothing in it looks dramatic. Every one of those is a habit, which means every one of them is fixable by drilling rather than by studying harder. And this is why it is worth the effort. Problem sensitivity is not one exam's quirk. 8 New York civil service exams test it. Traffic enforcement agent, 7331. School safety agent, 7323. Police officer, 7313. Correction officer, 6303. Police communications technician, 6329. Special officer, 6327. Environmental police officer, 6305. Special officer, health and hospitals, 6328. Different jobs, different notices, different agencies. The same skill on all of them. Which means the practice you put in here is not spent on one application. It follows you to every other exam on that list. Reading about a technique is not the same as owning it, and this one only transfers under a clock. Free practice for problem sensitivity is at dutyrank.com/exams, with the reasoning shown on every answer. DutyRank is an independent study product and is not affiliated with any government agency.